So Alonzo Mourning has uh, teamed up to give back to the community in Florida. Astoria is on 9th Street in Florida. It's a it's going to be a 120 room apartment complex. Rent's going to be from like 322 to 1316. But the thing about it is it's affordable housing if you're 55 and older. Alonzo Mourning grew up in adoptive family. A lot of people don't know. Uh, in Hampton Roads, and back in Virginia. It's not. He wasn't that far. I used to live in Hampton, VA. He wasn't that far from the Hampton Roads, from the whole thing, from the whole area. But anyway, he grew up and he wanted to give back. And this is a $37 million investment. You never hardly ever hear enough about players playing or former that give back enough. You know, where it's something that you've heard of a handful. You do hear some, but you don't get enough stories about guys who are truly showing how humble they are. And with everything that Alonzo Mourning went through in his career, of course, you remember this whole with his kidney and his brother and everything within his life. He has really dedicated himself. And, of course, he's like a right hand man with Pat Riley with the Heat and everything. But he's always been a guy that you can tell he's very grounded and he puts his best foot forth. I think you see that more and more as time goes by. He lived like everybody else did to an extent, but he had a different story. Zoe's story, very compelling. And to hear that he's setting up housing, uh, which gives people of a certain age, with everything that's going on with the cost of rents and so on and so forth, and the accommodations are very nice and they're going to have an accessibility. I think that's a great story to hear about. Zoe is definitely a humble soul, brother. Definitely somebody that you got to put respect by his name. You can definitely uh, feel where his heart's in the right direction, the right place. We often than not see so many cats that we just think that's all about the bag and chasing chicks and living the lifestyle and all that. But very few do you get that you hear like, you feel like you're really humble. Like he got a second chance at life and he wants to provide for others, those who are less fortunate. And for the rent to be even 13, 16, because if you know how much rent costs in some places, especially in Florida, and most people braggadocio about how expensive, says a lot. So definitely put some respect by Alonzo Mourning giving back to the community. That's definitely something to um, you know, to talk about, to champion about, to be about. Speak volumes about the kind of character the brother is and what he meant and everything. And when I got the story, I couldn't wait to jump on it because, like I said before, too often than not, we never hear stories about people being humble near enough. We always get everybody being greedy and me, and yay. So this was definitely a great story. Great story. And I want to take time to talk about him because Zoe was one of those guys. I liked the way he played. He was tough and he overcame a lot, and you appreciate him more. Maybe again, I didn't know when he came with the Heat. I was glad. I liked him with the Heat and everything. And sometimes he could kind of put me off a bit with him, but I came to respond when especially after his kidney and everything with that, and then full circle, you have to like Zoe. Zoe's definitely somebody that you can respect. So I'll talk about that. Please like, subscribe, work on thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for another. Share the video if you like. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free. I'm over time. Peace.